everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Hope everyone had a great Tuesday. Hopefully all the Dashers earn well. Dashers and all the gig workers rather earn well. Well, I haven't put up yesterday's video up, which was actually partially today's video too. I was rather tired from a rather stupidly long dashing shift. Started at 4 o'clock on Monday afternoon and finished about 10:15 this morning, Tuesday morning. It was 18 hours. 18 hours. What an absolute flipping. That was crazy. Earned well. Didn't earn as much as I thought I would, but, you know, yeah. I did what I had to do at the time. Anyway, and I'll have that video up as well. Most of it will be me babbling on, I'm sure. I don't know what went on, but it'll show you what I did as well in the video. I did know that when I looked at this, when I was looking at the screen this morning doing that video, I did half look rough. Anyway, so apologies for that, and hopefully I didn't scare anyone. Just because that one will be out before this, all being well. Anyway, yeah, I'm wearing my bright shirt today. It's quite a nice day out. I thought I'd put a t-shirt on. And the t-shirt I choose is the brightest one I've got. Anyhow, so today, it turned out to be this evening, I really had a struggle trying to get into the flow of things to try and get my backside out there. I ended up just, crikey. Ended up getting started very late. I think I ended up starting at around 8 o'clock or thereafter. For a Tuesday night, I didn't expect a whole lot, and there wasn't a whole lot really out there. I did a couple of orders, and that was it really. I just really not a lot going on. But it's a typical Tuesday night. I say a typical Tuesday night, it's not always that brilliantly busy. And the offers that were coming through just wasn't paying it well, wasn't paying enough. I mean, I'm willing to fluctuate a little bit at the moment, but when it gets a little bit nothing going on, but I'm not delivering these $2 orders. That's ridiculous. So I didn't do any of that. But just been watching some videos and such on other things, other apps and that to do. So there may be some new ones going into the collection. So and I've got other apps that I want to use that I haven't done. There's one roadie, but there hasn't been. I've switched it on lately, but not a lot has come through on that. Not a lot at all. So, I have to see on that. But there's another one that I just watched a video about, and think I'm going to sign up for that one too. And it's not food delivery, it's pretty much packages and such like that. Packages, and it's just courier stuff. And I want to tell you something else, something totally different. I was sat doing a video this morning when I got back, and sat out here doing the video, and then this truck turns up next door to me, and I don't recognise it. It's in the neighbour's ripping driveway. Somewhat glad that I was out here, because they do look out for us as well over there, and I think you just have to be more vigilant about each other. Keep in contact with your neighbours. You know, there's a lot of flipping idiots out in the world that think that they're entitled to whatever you've worked your arse off for over the years. So, you know, always be vigilant, and be vigilant for your neighbours too. Certainly do that. Turned out that this one was allowed on the property today. I texted my neighbours immediately. They were both at work. Then I got out and went over there to go and confront who was over there, because they shouldn't have been. I didn't think they should have been there, but I didn't recognise them. But it turned out to be alright. It was brother-in-law apparently, but it was so yeah, always keep an eye out. It all helps. Keep an eye out for your neighbours. And also, what I would like to see, and tell me if you would too, I know there's an awful lot of dashers and gig workers that seem to think that we're all competing against each other. In a way we are. But also think of it that we're also a community of people that are dashing within an area. And I think that maybe somehow or other we should be helping each other in times of problems. Like last week it was, had a dasher that we've got to know, and he had problems with his vehicle and he needed being picked up from the garage and taken to the rental car company. That didn't work out at that time, so I ended up taking him home and then to work at night, because he does a full-time job as well as door dashing. He paid me for it. I didn't ask for anything, but anyway, he paid me for it, which was real nice of him. But also, you know, at times, I mean, yeah, you got AAA and that, but AAA, crying out loud, I mean, they take a long time to come out to you a lot of the time. So, I mean, if you've got a dasher in the area that you know, then, or if you've got someone that you're talking to, always keep in contact with people. Keep in contact with other dashers and that. If someone has a flat tyre or whatever on the road, you know, they can go over there and somewhat support them, etc. I used to be a taxi driver when I was back home in England, back home in London. And there's a prime example. Late one night, I'm taking some geezer home, and he swore blind that he'd give me the money. He hadn't. And we went through this. He hadn't given me the money on it. It was like 2:30 in the morning, something like that. So I called the dispatch office and they said, okay, and they were sending the police out because this bloke was getting a bit antsy. He hadn't paid me. But within minutes, and there was cab drivers from I don't know where. I mean, bearing in mind the time in the morning it was. And it was an area of London, just outside of London, that was pretty quiet. The stuff goes on for sure. You're picking up people going from hospitals, you're picking up people going from the pubs and that. But even at 2 o'clock in the morning, there's always something going on. But within minutes, all I saw, and I was down a bit of a side street too, there was cars from everywhere. And then the cops turned up. All these cab drivers came racing around the corner, racing around and wanted flipping, you know, help. And I think that somehow we should have something like that too. We don't. In times of need, then we need people around us that know what the job's about. And when it's not an emergency situation like a cop needed or anything like that, we need people, if they're out and about and you think that they can assist you somehow, then we need some people around that know what's going on. So I think we've got to have some sort of a support system for the dashers, etc. within the area, especially late at night. But, and I don't know what situations, but you know, just at times you need that help, need that support. If you haven't got anyone that's available at home, you're talking to them at home, but they haven't got the ability to get out to you to help, then that's no good. Yeah. But if you've got the support of other dashers or Uber Eats drivers or whatever around you, then maybe that would be a good thing to have. And I've had another dasher before who, I don't think he dashes anymore, but he came out and I'd blown a tyre. And I was on a delivery. They gave me the Doordash at the time. It was like a year or so ago now. Well, a bit less than that. And I was in the Lee Summit area out by the park there, by Lake Tacoma. And I was off on the side of the road, and I had the other van then, and it was trying to get the bloody thing up in the air, because the spare wheel was right under the middle of the van. A bit of a pain in the rear end of an idea, to be fair. But anyway, so this other dasher came in. He says, I'm in the area. He had a big pickup truck. He came out and helped me put that flipping wheel on. We had it all done and dusted with before flipping AAA came out. AAA, I don't know what at times. It's not a very fast service, which is rather flipping odd, really, considering that you see tow trucks all over the bloody place. Didn't need a tow truck, but they would have had a jack, which would have been a lot easier to use than the stupid scissor jack that comes with these cars. But yeah, it was a support system in a way. You can get it up in the air. You've got some help there. Get it done. Get it on the road. Off you go. Spare wheel on. Poof. Off you go. Or anything like that, innit? Anyway, alright, I think I'm going to end the video now. There isn't a whole lot to show on this video today. I've been watching various videos the last few days of new apps and that to try. I just said about the roadie one that I've been somewhat looking more into, seeing what the experiences are of other drivers, etc. Doesn't look too good, to be fair. There's also an app that I still have ongoing, and it's called it's nothing to do with food. It's actually to do with taking pictures of buildings or land or whatever. And I've done one job for it so far. It's interesting, and they do. I was a bit dubious about dealing with this company. The first job I had was take pictures of a shoe carnival, and it's through the middle of the night. It had to be between the hours of 7:30 p.m. till 4 a.m. Anyhow, I got out there it didn't make sense money-wise, but I just wanted to go do it. And they were only paying $20 on this one, but again, I just wanted to go do it. But they do jobs where you can get up to 125, I think, is what someone has said. So yeah, anyway, I went off and done those pictures of the shoe carnival. It was basically see if the lights are working on the building, see if anything is falling off the building, that type of stuff. See if there's potholes in the car park. Of course there are. See if all the lights are working in the car park. See if the tenant boards, if their name's on there. See if that's all lit up, etc. And just answer some questions. It took a little bit, but it was and it was obviously daunting to start with, but it was somewhat, I think, like after time you just get used to it, just like anything. I haven't done one since. I've seen some notifications come through to my phone, but you know, when you're doing Doordash at night, generally my ass does not want to be up early in the morning to see what's happening on the picture taking front or whatever. But it's I'm more of a night owl, me, so I don't really want to know what's going on too early in the morning. But I might have to change the ways a little bit coming up soon. But yeah, and that one's called Proxy Pics, by the way. Like I said, I was very dubious to deal with them. It didn't seem like their app was... It didn't seem like a company that I'd heard of. Heard anything of, really, much of at all. I just caught sight of it somewhere and decided just to have a go at it. But then I spoke, and it kept asking for my bank information, and that just threw me for a loop. There was no background check at all on the darn thing. And that was another odd thing. Like, you know, you're just used to going to all these VPN apps and them ask you for a background check. I never had that. But then again, I suppose I don't really need it. But but I spoke to a mate of mine that's up in Iowa, a Scottish mate of mine, and he says, yeah, he says they're a legit company. He says he's done some stuff for them too, up there. He says he doesn't get an awful lot from them, but they're at all the home show stuff and that. He says, the thing he doesn't like about it is basically you're doing the stuff of an appraiser would do, because you also get to go inside homes as well. You know, vacant homes, take pictures of everything, answer questions, whatever's on the questionnaire in the app. Is there a microwave in there? Is there a fridge in there? Is the front door hanging off its hinges? I don't know, how high is the grass or whatever outside. Take pictures of the front of the building, take pictures of the back of the building, take pictures all in the interior, or whatever the app asks you to do. But I've had a couple come through I've seen lately that are like $40 and $60, $65 and that, but I just not been around to do it. And but it might well be something worth doing. They do pay. After Patrick has said to me, you know, yeah, they're a legit company, then I put my bank information in it. I only had $20 to collect. I really wasn't too bothered about losing that, but it was more the experience, if anything. Just in case another company was just like it and you had an idea of what to do, right? But anyway, I've got to say, they were really quick. I put my bank information in one day, and within a couple of days, the money was in there. And like I said, it was only $20, but if that was just $20, they were real quick. They really were quick on that. I was surprised, but But yeah, it's another one to try. I'll put a link down below for that. Anyway, I think now I'll wrap the video up, and I'll get some ideas of other videos to do coming up soon, and hopefully it'll be all something for it'll help everyone out rather. Hopefully so. Anyway, hope all the Dashers have a wonderful Wednesday, and well, hopefully you have a great week too, and hopefully you all earn some money. Hopefully now that tax day is over with, everyone's done all their tax stuff and that's all over with for another year, then maybe people are going to start acting a bit looser with the cash. Maybe they got some refunds at this late time, and you know, maybe we'll start getting a bit more work. Well, maybe it's really busy in your area. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Also, hit the subscribe if you haven't already done so. Don't forget, it's free to subscribe. And you get to see you get to see me a lot. I do at least one video a day, or at least I try to. And also I'll be doing live shows as well coming up soon. Now I've got the ability to do that apparently with YouTube. And hit the bell icon too, so you get warned of when the new videos come out. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching, and have a fantastic time. Don't forget, I mean, we don't have a boss on our ass doing this job, so it's pretty much all down to us. And think of all the freedom that we got. Freedom to moan when we don't get work. Freedom to moan when we've been get stupid flipping off and some Doordash, etc. But we also had the freedom to go off and find new ventures, new apps to play with. You can take a break whenever you like. I mean, I would be motivated. I would stay motivated at it. But have fun with it too. There's a lot to see. I've, like, doing these apps, I've seen stuff that I never would have been seen. I like to explore, so I'm always out driving anyway. So doing this job to get paid for doing the driving and still out around roads that I'd never been down before, you find a lot. You do discover the town that you're in. That's for sure. You do discover some places maybe you'd never even heard of. I certainly have. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching, and have fun. Cheers. Ta-da.